Surfing, it depends. It's got to be really good in the morning to get up early and go surf. I don't surf unless it's pumping. I don't know, there's not really anything set in my days. Every day is different. Always found it a lot easier to surf bigger waves than the small waves. It takes a lot of energy to surf small waves. You know, it's weird. The bigger stuff just takes less energy to surf because there's a lot more power in the waves. So that's what I've enjoyed. I enjoyed surfing the bigger waves. But I prefer to surf the north and south coast a little bit more than I do town. It's just a lot less crowds and it's just bigger, more powerful waves. Been forced to surf right my whole life. You just adapt. You have to learn to deal with it, and a lot of guys that do adapt to it find it actually easier to surf barrels on their backhand. You kind of get to be able to get lower down, find a lot more, get to drive and be able to slow down. I think since an early age I owe it a lot to like my dad's friends and my dad, who used to always take us down the coast when me and my brother we were like 12 years old and being forced to surf proper, barreling waves, and really grateful to those guys. They know who they are. Without them, I'd probably still hacking around going over the falls on barreling waves. But I think that's what I've been able to learn from a young age, just how to ride the barrel. Never really competitive with him, because he was always just 3 years younger than me, so I just growing up just knew I was better than him, so I always was wanting to see him win and do well. He just never really did well at comps as he got older, and then but he's always charged since when he was 8-10 years old. He would always be out there, which kind of pushed me. I always felt like I'm going to keep those couple levels ahead of him when it got bigger, and but now he's always been known to charge and stuff, and now as he's gotten older now he's really started stepping it up and traveling around the world, chasing those 20-foot plus waves, which he can deal with that. I'll just park at home and wait till it's a bit smaller and manageable. Yeah, the nickname Disco Dan came out when I was pretty young. That first year I went to Europe was really, there was this a heat wave and there was absolutely no waves and not much to do where we were in France, in the place we were at. And myself and my mate Warwick pretty much just partied for 3 weeks straight because, there was not much else to do. I like a combination of progressive and aerial surfing, like powerful airs. I think the powerful airs, some guys that are doing it, there's only a few guys that are doing it really good right now. It's like Geordie and John and Dane Reynolds. They're all doing these kind of heavy, gnarly power airs where you can see when they hit the section, they're hitting it hard and powerfully, and they're pretty much throwing spray every time they're going for these airs. I like my flicks. And power surfing is still a huge part in surfing. You check, like a lot of these kids can do all these airs, they can't do a proper carve yet. So, and there is actually very few amount of guys that can actually do a proper clean carve, which is like the root of surfing. For about 7 years, I did the World Qualifying Series, and I never quite cracked it to go into the World Championship Tour after, after the World Qualifying Series. I was about 10 spots away from qualifying for the World Championship Tour. The one year I won a 6-star prime in Maldives, and I probably should have, most guys would have qualified after winning a massive event like that, but I just couldn't quite back it up after that. I had a bit of a shocker year after that, but also then again, I never really had a result before that, so it was, I just all of a sudden got a massive result, and I think people were expecting me to qualify, but I'd basically never gotten a result before that, so I kind of just went back to my ways of not getting any results. So that I just battled getting my head around that whole, the contest, doing well in contests consistently, and so yeah, that was then. Then Quicksilver eventually just showed me you don't have to do the tour anymore. You'll just stick to doing just trips where you concentrate on photos and like doing video clips and stuff for either for movies or the internet, which is a lot less stressful lifestyle, and it's been really cool. I've been really grateful for that opportunity. I think my brother was flicking me saying the other day, I was like, oh, there you're going with your being sarcastic, my good designs, which they are pretty terrible, but I was like saying, Van Gogh was never appreciated till he died, so, maybe this artwork will only be appreciated once I'm dead. Sessions that where you rock up, you go for a surf and you're not expecting it to be too good, and then you get out there and it's a lot better than you think it is, and that gets me frothed out, because you normally surf, kind of have those sessions on your own, and no one's around.